we also spoke about like international stuff that you're working on that's soon to be released, but we have to talk about the song that has just been released, which was Controlla with Drake.
Oh yeah.
So what did you do on it? Was it the drums?
No, the keys.
Oh, you did the keys on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think Boy Wonder did the drums, and I think Dupes did some post-production on the drums too. But me and Boy Wonder made the track here in Miami.
Yeah.
And we were actually building the tracks for some other things, because we made that track when he just did work for Rihanna. Actually, that's even before she vocaled it. When he played it for me, it was the demo version.
I was seeing.
Before she recorded.
Party Next Door.
Yeah. And so with their vibe, some of them kind of thing there. But I remember when we made that Controlla beat, he had put it to the side and he said to me, he said, yo, Drake, I think Drizzy's gonna like this one.
Serious?
Just started making some other tracks after that. So a while after that, I heard that he actually cut vocals to the same beat. I was like, oh shoot.
Okay.
But Wanda would be the best person to know, because he's like Drake's main producer. So he'd know what he'd like for you.
Yeah. And obviously there's this whole controversy about like popcorn being removed and that.
Yeah, a lot of people reaching out to me asking me about that, but I don't know anything about that part.
Yeah. Do you know what? Last time I met you, like when I linked you, was the day after you met Popcorn for the first time. Do you remember at Wayne Marshall's showcase for his album at Tracks and Records?
Oh, yeah.
But like, now you two haven't worked together.
Yeah, we have some stuff in the pipeline still.
Okay.
Just through, in and out. Cause like, man, him link enough time. Like the other day, him link up. Me and him and Not Nice was there at the studio. And with enough things. I mix some things. I mix the Give Thanks record for him.
Okay,
I did mix that and do some production in that song too. But yeah, we have a couple things in the pipeline of our though.
Okay. What was Boy Wonder like to work with?
Yeah, Wonder cool. I mean, he's like, what? His parents are Jamaican.
Yeah.
He's Jamaican or something. I think he was born in Jamaica and then moved to Canada. Or
something like that, yeah.
Not sure, but something like that. So he obviously understand the culture and him already know who I was prior to me meeting him. The day when we met is when we made that Controlla beat.
Oh, see.
That's the first time I ever met him.
Yeah.
I was passing through the studio actually today, and then him was there, Vinyls was there, Dupes was there, so I think, and Alan Ritter was there too. I think them and Dupes was in one room doing some other stuff, and me and Wanda was just in one of the rooms, just building a couple things.
Okay.
And probably like the third beat or so we made was that Controlla thing. So, and it was things after that.
Is that what vibe they were looking for? Because I've read about, I think his name's Seven.
Seven.
Yeah, like he was saying about how to make the work rhythm, he said that they were listening to like a lot of old dancehall stuff.
Yeah.
So is that what you was? So is that what you was brought in for?
Well, like I said, I was just at the studio too.
Oh, okay.
I was coming there for some other things too, and we'd just meet each other and we'd just vibe. I had all of my stuff on. But yeah, Wanda was listening to a lot of that kind of vibe, and that's where they showed me the work song. Before Rihanna cut it and thing, it was like, oh, we just did this, and I was like, oh, this is sick. So I could understand the vibe that them feeling right now. Okay. And then I think I just started playing the chords for the Controlla thing. And then Wanda was like, yo, that's sick, and he worked super fast though. He's sick with the production. Like when just start put the drums together and thing, and like he's sick on it, and did it easy.
Yeah, because I thought that was your drums.
Oh no!
It sounds kind of like your style.
It sounds like what I would have done.
Yeah.
I was like doing a normal dancehall production.
Exactly.
But the chord, I'm just on the chord, the keys.
Oh, same. So like we have to talk about like the whole dancehall thing that's happening in the mainstream at the moment, because like obviously you said about work. By the way, don't you think Party Next Door sounded like Movado on the demo?
The demo?
Yeah.
No, not really.
You don't think?
But I never heard that still.
Oh, seen. When I listened to it, like, because it leaked the other day, like, in full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was thinking, he sounds like he's... Because that's not how his voice usually sounds, innit? And I was like, he sounds like he's trying
to... Because I'm trying to sing it for Rihanna.
Yeah. But I was thinking, right, he sounds a lot like Movado would have sounded.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, right now, obviously, because the one dance song that is basically a dancehall song by Drake, you've got the Rihanna song, obviously. Last year you had Major Lazer, Justin Bieber. You know, there's a lot of like dancehall stuff going on at the moment. What's your take on it? Like, how do you see it as far as like, because would you say it's a positive for dancehall as a whole, or is it like we're being left out kind of thing?
No, I think it's a wonderful time for us to really get a foot in. And I think that, I said this to somebody from Billboard the other day too, and I think that we really should just be capitalizing on it. And because every time, I think what slows us down as an industry, every time one of these things happen, we go off on these big rants about, people are used to style and this and that and all of these unnecessary things. And I'm kind of just like, get over it. Like, reggae music is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, global genre in the world.
Yeah.
So people have to be influenced by it. And if someone is influenced by something, they're going to do it. They're not going to follow it somewhere. So I think that instead of the complaining that we do every time something happens, we should just be like, dancehall I get a strength now, let's show them how the real thing go.
Yeah,
and we do our best now to try to get in and then because every time something like that happens, the world looks at Jamaica.
Definitely.
And I think it's slower down. Every time the world look in and see we ranting and complaining about it, and just look at us like, the world is not going to stop and be like, no, we don't want Rihanna's song, we want a real Jamaican song. Like, nobody not going to do that. So I think, and it also steers away a lot of opportunity from us too. Like, who knows if Rihanna had planned to get like Spice or a dancehall artist from Work remix. When she look into Jamaica now and sees this big article in the newspaper bashing out on her, saying she talking gibberish and whatever, them obviously not going to want to do anything with Jamaica again, because they're going to feel scared. And like, just like the whole Justone thing the other day, like, Justone sells good numbers doing her own thing, and she knows that when she does reggae don't sell like that. She knows she's going to do less numbers and whatever, but she still did it because it's something that she's passionate about and care about. And she does get bare flack. I'm sure she's probably scared to come to Jamaica right now for anything.
Yeah.
And it's just like, every time that happens, we have to capitalize on it. Like, every time one of these things happen, like a dancehall influence thing, that gives all of us a chance. When I step into a meeting or anything, I just did a bunch of meetings the other day in New York. And the way how them treat me, just on the simple fact that I'm a Jamaican and I'm a producer from Jamaica, you'd think that Dr. Dre walked in the building.
I see.
Like, but from the outside, you're not gonna realize anything there because we're such an asset to them. I remember that it's just out of reach, so a lot of labels or things don't know the first move to make to get to someone in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And they're going to do the sound, so then we're gonna have somebody in America do it. So when them see somebody now from the real thing, and I go in somewhere like Island Records and some of them labeled there the other day, and man, like research and find out who I was, and like them excited just for the fact that them have a link with me now. Can be like, like we have a real link now for somebody from Jamaica for real. And it's like, we have to celebrate them things more. And I also think that we'll be hypocritical when we bash it, because for example, when someone from Jamaica does something from America, we're okay with it. When Omi had one of the biggest songs in music the other day, went #1, Cheerleader. Cheerleader is a straight pop song. And when that went to #1, no one was complaining and said, Omi, them shouldn't put him #1 because he's a Jamaican, them should for the reggae. Or the pop artist not complaining either. Taylor Swift and nobody not tweeting saying, Omi should just do island music. They shouldn't be on our charts.
Yeah.
It's like, it's music. Like, we're not fair. Like, every time something happens like that, we're going to complain again. And it's just like, them in our style. But we're not doing anything active about it. Like, I think that should be an opportunity for us every time. Like, I just talked to Diplo the other day when the Beyonce album dropped.
Okay, yeah, because he done 2 reggae songs on that, innit?
Yeah, and the same thing I tell him, I big him up on the 2 things, and I say, respect for that too differently for us, because that I give we a look too. Like, that just open the door another time for we, like that gave me another opportunity. So like, who knows who is looking for a reggae sound and things like that, and who I'll run into who want a sound like that I can give them. You see me?
Yeah.
They're keeping the interest in our music going by doing that kind of thing.
And they're in a position where they've got the money muscle behind them to push that, whereas...
And they give me opportunity too. So like, more and more Americans use reggae or dancehall, the more opportunities we have to get a foot in, because the light shines on us every time something like that happens. Imagine a world now where no one is using any kind of reggae or dancehall influence, no samples, no anything. Our name and our thing just gone out to the, like, give thanks for Bob Marley and something like that, and people like even my father who put a set thing out there in the world before on our music, but like there wouldn't be any talk about reggae or anything to do with Jamaica now if it's not for these same people who were complaining about who were ripping it off. So it's a good look same way, and I think that it's just an opportunity for us to step up and really get a foot in when these kind of things happen. Instead of complaining, isn't it?
So how do you feel like, what practical steps do you think can be taken to be able to capitalize on these things?
I think it's just the mindset first, because as long as we're going to be in the frame of mind that they're stealing our style, we need to be angry about it. That alone, we lose this alone.
Yeah.
From the get-go, because then nothing productive can come out of that again.
Yeah.
But I think even the simple fact of just, we realize that dancehall is booming now and people are trying to go in our style. I think as an industry we should just take the initiative to be like, alright, them looking in at our thing now, we could just do the best music that we can possibly do right now.
Definitely.
Because people are looking, like the internet make the world small right now. Who knows? Jay-Z probably there in yard right now listening at YouTube Alkaline. Like, you don't know, because Jamaica, everybody into culture and all of that, so you don't know who's listening when. Every time somebody looking, you don't know them catch we are complaining about something, or so just make we do the best music that we can. So if somebody randomly do looking and say, they must say, yo, that thing are from Jamaica, this youth named Marvin Sparks, a new artist here, film thing them bad, and this are the real thing.
Yeah.
And we get opportunities like that. So like, but if we're complaining but still not doing anything about it either, not making any better music or anything, we just get left out. Because America have a whole system now of songwriters who write proper songs and producers who understand sonics and forget the thing them sound good on the radio, and that whole kind of take benefit that way.
Definitely.
We approach it that way. Even the little time where I've been more in those direct circles, it really influenced my production to I know what kind of drum sounds to use now based on the artists that are working and based on what we're doing. Before them thing, they're not something we even think about. Just vibes and whatever work, but now I realize that it's a set thing. For this song to go to this place after the this and this and this particular thing.
Yeah.
Not by accident like that.
Because that's the thing with pop music, isn't it? It's not necessarily the style of music, because pop music has like all different styles of music.
Yeah, it's popular. It's anything that's popular.
But it's about the process, isn't it? More so than the style of music that's played.
One of the baddest songs that I've been listening to all week right now, Megan Trainor have a song named Better with Yo Gotti. Dancehall.
I ain't even heard that. Say that again?
The song named Better?
Yeah.
With Yo Gotti?
Yeah.
Like when you don't talk to me, YouTube that's one of the baddest songs right now. The rhythm and a dancehall to again.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Oh, seen. I'll check that out.
Thick. And it's just, but if you listen how them produce that too.
Yeah.
Like pop with the drums and the sonics and thing, but it's dancehall.
Yeah. Because it's like, obviously Sia's got a big tune as well, the Cheap Thrills one with
Yeah. But even the Megan Trainor thing sound like real. It sound like them could have released it and said it produced by Chimney Records and you wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh, serious?
It's like that. Like, isn't it?
That's mad. So, wrapping it up now.